So I'll hand to Councillor Hutton if you want to start the meeting, Councillor Hutton.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Adrian Hutton. I'm a councillor and I've been appointed as chair of this panel this morning. Could I ask the other councillors to introduce themselves, please?
Councillor Peter Hunter.
Councillor Julie Sloman.
Okay, and you've already been advised of the other people that are present. Lennox Beattie, who's the clerk to the panel, Sharon Davis, who's the legal advisor. So they're the people that will be taking the notes and advising the panel. Okay, before we go any further, can I ask the members of the panel, do you have any declarations of interest, please?
No.
Right, thank you. That's a formality that we have to go through. Right, the committee or the panel have all previously met, and we've come to the decision that each of the parties will have 20 minutes to present their case. Mr. Jan for the reasons why the application should be approved, and Mr. Gallagher and Miss Hampshire as to the reasons why the application should be refused, and then you will get 5 minutes to sum up if you need it. There is no need to take the 20 minutes if you don't need it. Okay, right. That covers all of the formalities then. In that case, Mr. Jan, it's your opportunity to explain why this application should be approved.
Because I've been here for like last 22 years in Blackpool. I got quite a few takeaway. I just run I apply for the license, no problem with the license. Used to be I got with the kebab shop on 3 Rigby Road. Is late night license for 3 o'clock, and I think it's 5 or 6 flat people, the flat above the shop. It's no any problem. You never receive any complaint about me from this place. Pizza kebab shop on 3 Rigby Road. The family live there, children, everybody live there. We had the people we look after the neighbor. We don't put any music on because everybody, if you go late night, they're gonna on the music. We never from Khan Chippy as well. We know on the music is there as well. And next door, he complained objection about this. He say he no happy with the kebab shop. I don't think so. Why not they're happy? Maybe they're gonna. I don't understand why they're not happy. And the other thing he says someone put the rubbish in his inside in area because people walking from there, so many takers down here. I can't stop everybody. Don't throw the rubbish there. Don't throw the rubbish. I don't think so. I never see any rubbishes there as well. And this is the holiday place in Blackpool. Everybody come here for the enjoyment. And he said, people come sit in here, his place. Actually, we got plenty of place in my shop as well. I never see no one because he got the grill as well. How gonna people come sit in his place? His objection about these things. And the other things is he concerned about the rubbish. We got our own bins, inside the shop. Outside the shop is the big bin, which is I send you the copy as well, for the agreement. And every kebab shop is in here, open till late. And he concerned about he take the host takes or the groups. I see for myself when is a punk weekend, I see so many people is in this place, 10 of people group, 8 of people group in this hotel. I got the evidence as well. He say he just take the families and the couples, but he's lying. He took I see for myself. I got the evidence. He take the what's it called is a punk weekend. I think couple of weeks before. So many groups is inside in the hotel, and we he's our neighbor. We're gonna look after him. I told him I meet him as well. I saw to say him if any happen, just let me know. We put the sign I can send you the picture as well for the noise and music or everything. And we put the CCTV camera inside and outside as well, because police approach me like, when I apply for the license, he said you need to put the camera outside as well. I says I'm happy with this, like, he says okay, no problem. And he said like, what's his called, like when is the remuneration time, is unsociable hours of Sunday or bank holiday, because the builder no working after 5 o'clock. You haven't seen any builder like, is a proper builder, they no work after 5 o'clock. Is, I think there's lying this as well. And in this street, got too many people got the license, like, grill station, he got the license till 3 o'clock. Pizza kebab shop got the license till 3 o'clock. Other kebab shop crossed the road with the, I don't know his name, he's changed his name. Next to the Chester, he got the license till 3 o'clock. If you go further down, everybody got the license on Promenade, like Salt Vinegar. He got next to Hotel Royal Sea Bank Hotel. The people come to see him happy, like, they're going to enjoy the food late night. When they go to the club, come back, they need to buy some food or something, like, the family coming. If someone come for a holiday, they need to enjoy. It's no come for the sleep, like, even if the family come, they're going to enjoy, they come for enjoyment. The kids sometime hungry after 12 o'clock, or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, they should come with the family, buy the food. So my concern, this objection is, I don't think so it's going to be right, because this is the seasonal business. It's Blackpool, no, all the time is busy. Just the kids' holiday is going to be busy. When it's bank holiday, it's going to be busy. This time, what's it called, is we make the business, like, And one more thing is the rubbish. We got our own bins everywhere, outside the shop as well, and inside the shop. I don't think so. No one can throw the rubbish in his place, because if someone is walking from everywhere, if they're going to throw the rubbish, it's no our responsibility. I can't stop anybody. If someone throw the rubbish, I can't say to you, don't throw the rubbish here. Somebody throw the rubbish in front of our shop, I just take it, throw in the bin. They should do it itself as well, like, you need to clean it, because it's hotel, you put the grill on the all over and big gate. So nobody can objection for this, but I don't know why they're going to objection this. Maybe that they see the kebab shop or totally this. I spoke to so many people as well about him, but he said, to my opinion, he's racist, like, he don't like us. That's why he just want to objection. Otherwise, we apply for the Vauxhall Road in Mario. I apply for the license. Maybe you got in a record. It's nothing problem. Pizza kebab shop, I apply for the license till 3 o'clock. It's no good problem. And Salt Vinegar used to be, I got my shop, like, I got applied for 3 o'clock. It's no one good problem. So I don't know why he got the problem. Maybe some things he got in the mind. He don't want to see the success outsider. That's why foreigner, maybe.
Okay.
I just want to keep his good relationship with the neighbor. But if they don't want, I can't say anything. This is the thing, Jay. I can't.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mr. Jan.
Yeah.
Do either of the objectors, and these are questions to Mr. Jan, not statements. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I know, but like, for example, he said to me, he put
hang on, Mr. Jan, hang on. We're getting a lot of feedback on something. I'm not sure. I can't. Right. That's better. Right. Mr. Jan, have you finished?
Yeah. I just tell you all the objection. Yeah. which is he sent, like, is a.
Hang on. If you finish with your statement, it's now up to the objectors to ask questions. And I emphasise the fact that these are questions, not statements. So, Mr. Gallagher, do you have any questions to Mr. Jan of anything that he said so far?
Well, firstly, there are no bins outside his shop.
But no, that's a statement. These are questions.
Okay, a question. Was he calling me a racist by any chance? When he said, we don't like them.
Well, I can't answer that question.
No, but it's just the way he phrased it. We don't, well, we're supposed to be asking questions. I'd rather put my side of the argument.
Right, you'll get that opportunity in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Hampshire, are there questions that you want to ask Mr. Jan?
No questions.
No questions. Right, do members of the committee have any questions to Mr. Jan?
Yes, Mr. Jan. You tell us about property on 3 Rigby Road and you have no problem getting a licence for that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what properties actually are booked, i.e. are either side of 3 Rigby Road? Are they hotels?
Is it
Places
about
where
the shop?
people sleep?
Yeah, about the shop is 5 flats. Is all the one building, like, is a family live there. Yeah, children live there.
Right.
And
what about
I
side?
never ever got problem with him, or no, he no got problem with me, because mostly I told you before, we look after the neighbor and we don't put the music on. We clean the front of the shop, everything. If I find some bottles, anything rubbish, we're gonna clean it. That's why I think I don't think so he got the problem. Maybe if he got some problem, you're gonna receive any complaint.
Are the flats above a shop that's closed in the evening?
Is a 5 flat is like, is a people live is permanently there.
Yes, but they're upstairs. It's a shop downstairs where your business is, where your business operates. The
Yeah.
flats are above it. They're not immediately next to it, are they?
Next to and above as well, above the shop.
It's a shop next
Yeah,
door.
is it separate entrance and above the shop is a flats.
And then to the other side, what is to the other side?
Its other side is Getty's bar.
Yeah, it's a karaoke bar, isn't it? Thank
Karaoke
you.
bar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Councillor Hunter?
Yes, Mr. Khan. Your application is to open until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's just your view of this that I'm asking. If a customer comes in at 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
they're not likely to be a customer that's come from home to take the food back home at that time. So no doubt, your target sort of audience, so to speak, is going to be people who've had a night out and they're getting a takeaway before they go back to wherever. Given that these will be holiday makers, they're hardly likely to be going to hotels, taking food in. The hotels just wouldn't stand for that. So where do you think they would consume the food purchased in your establishment at that time in the morning?
Because, when the customer coming, like mostly it's decent customer coming, not all the time, like, and when he's home, if something like he make a noise, anything, we put the sign, everything, we say, calm down, don't make a noise, neighbor live next door, people live next door. If any happen, don't serve this customer.
Yeah, no, I was really actually trying to elicit your opinions to where they would consume the food, outside your shop, down the street, sat on a wall, it's common sense, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people are going to be coming from the large establishment at Manchester Square and that. It's just around the corner from yourselves.
Yeah.
They're not going to take the food back to the hotel. So I was just asking your opinions to where you think they will consume this food. That's all.
Can you ask a question again, please?
Right, someone comes into your establishment at 2 o'clock in the morning to buy kebabs. More than likely, that person's had a night out, probably just round the corner at the Manchester. right? They've had a night out. They purchased the food. They're going to eat it. Where do you think they're going to consume that food? I'm only asking your opinion, that's all. Where do you think they will consume it? Outside your shop? Down the street? Have you any opinions
No, they're going
on
to
that?
sit, because we got plenty space inside. They're going to sit inside. They're going to eat inside.
Also, you've got it's like a cafe facility, is it? You can eat inside the shop.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know that, actually. I thought it was purely a takeaway.
Going to eat inside the shop.
So you've got seating accommodation inside the
Yes,
shop?
yes, eating as well. Yeah, inside the shop.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Khan.
No problem. That's why I said to you, we got the seating. No one can sit his place. He said to me, like, people come to sit his place. How is, you can make a sense, like if I go to the seating, how is people going to his place, like, sit in? He just objection for this. Because he got the grill, he got the big gate. How if people are stupid, they're going to leave my shop and sit his place. It makes sense.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jan. I've got a few questions. You say that you've got another establishment at Rigby Road.
Yes, yeah.
How much time are you going to be spending at 28 Lytham Road? We're getting an awful lot of feedback again. How much time are you going to be spending at Lytham Road if you've still got to be at Rigby Road?
Can you ask again, please?
You've got an establishment at Rigby Road,
Yeah.
right? Which I take it that you supervise. How much time are you going to be spending at 28 Lytham Road if you've got these other premises?
Yeah, I've been here. I open the shop. I close the shop. I will there all the time.
So who's going to be running Rigby Road then?
No, Rigby Road. I say used to be. I got the Rigby Road. No,
Right.
now. Used to be. I say explain you. I got the license. Used to be on Rigby Road. I say no
Sorry,
one
that's-
complain about this. Why I just give example like say.
Right. So you haven't got Rigby Road, but have you
No,
got
I
any
haven't
other?
got, no.
Have you got any other establishments?
Yeah, I got like what's it called? It's the Crispy Court, number 4 Lytham Road.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what's that?
It's a fish and chip shop.
Right. So that's still a fish and chip shop and only open till 11
Fish and
o'clock.
chip shop, yeah. This one is the kebab shop.
Right.
That's why people eat like late night kebab shop. That's why we apply for the license.
So when you're opening and closing your fish and chip shop, who's going to be in charge?
Oh,
Of,
it's, someone else is working. Is the guy is working? Is there? No, I'm not working.
so you'll be at Lytham Road
Yeah, Lytham Road.
all the
20.
time from 3 o'clock, from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock.
Yes, sometime I'm going like, not all the time, but sometime I'm going out. Like, for example, I pick my kids from school, like, I say, take 2 kids to the town center, like,
Right, okay.
but someone work for me. He's been responsible as well.
And I'm like Councillor Hunter. I've actually looked at the plan that we've got on page 21,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't show any seating in there.
His seating is inside.
Yeah, but the plan that you've submitted doesn't show any seating, does it? Page 21 of your application, it doesn't show any seating.
Is seating inside in the shop, like, I say, I think it's 40
Well,
seating inside.
maybe I've missed it, but like Councillor Hunter,
Mhm.
I wasn't aware that you'd got inside seating.
Yeah, good
because
seating inside. Yeah.
I've got a plan here, and and this is why I was going to ask the question anyway. You've got 2 rectangular objects in your premises, but you've got no indication that there's seating inside the
So
establishment.
we go.
So you will actually have people congregating inside the premises. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's people sitting inside. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Regarding CCTV training, who will be responsible for the CCTV
Me
to
responsible.
make? Sorry.
I responsible, and one is manager. He's been responsible as well.
Right. So will there always be one of you on the premises?
Yes.
So if there is an incident, that the police will have instant access to the CCTV?
Yes, yeah. So one of them, somebody, we're going to be inside. They're going to show it to the police, because police, I received the objection from the police as well. Like, he got the plan. He said just need to put outside as well CCTV. We done that one as well. We got sorted out with him.
Okay. Right. Councillor Sloman?
Yeah, just a couple of supplementary questions, if I may. The cafeteria area where you're offering the seating, what capacity, how many people will you be expecting to be in there sitting down at any one time?
Depend of busy, when it's a weekend, it's going to be full. When it's a quiet days, it's going to be 2 seating, 3 people, 4 people. Step by step is going but 40 seating is inside.
40?
Yeah, 40, yeah.
40.
Yeah,
so potentially you could have 40 people in there between 11 and 3 in the morning.
So you can't say anything because sometimes it's busy.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one, the crispy card. Can you tell me what businesses are either side of that? Is that holiday accommodation or is it commercial accommodation?
Yeah, people live above the shop, is a flat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No. All right, I'll leave that because you still haven't explained where all these 40 people are going to be sitting, potentially.
The business-wise it's no, the busy time is going to be full. Is Blackpool is different situation. Sometimes it's busy everywhere, quite busy, quite everywhere. There's no reason after 11 o'clock, all the shop is full. Maybe 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, 10 people. Nighttime, people coming step by step, no coming together,
But you have potential to have 40 people inside those premises.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're planning on having seating for up to 40 people. So it is possible that you could have 40 people in there.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, if I was a businessman and I'd got potential for 40 seating, I'd be hoping that it'd be full up because then you're making money.
Yeah, but depend of it's a business. Blackpool last year was very busy. We're going to full all the time because the Europe flight has been cancelled. No one to go for Europe. Now is everybody go for Europe. If you go to Manchester airport, is big queue for 3 or 4 hours. Everybody going abroad. This year is going to be quiet. So I can't say to you, it's maybe 40, maybe 20, maybe 10, maybe 30.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it then. Right. Do any members of the panel have any further questions?
None, Chair.
No, Chair.
Right. Thank you then. Okay, then it's now the opportunity of the objectors, Mr. Gallagher and Miss Hampshire, to put their objections in. Mr. Gallagher, do you wish to go first?
Yeah, sure. In response to something Mr. Jan said, we have never claimed that we only take families. We don't do stag and hens, but we do have individual people, yes, and family groups. Our family rooms are on the front of the building, which is pretty much directly above the takeaway, which we don't object to being a takeaway per se, by no means. It's the 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock aspect that concerns myself. As has been mentioned, the only people who will be frequenting a takeaway at that time of the morning are more than likely going to be drunk, and more than likely extremely drunk. The relevance of the seating, a lot of people just bring a takeaway out anyway. They won't sit down. I don't see the relevance of takeaways further up the roads because they don't directly affect us. We're not directly above them or next to them. There are no bins outside at the moment, by the way. There are people who have thrown rubbish in our yard. I've seen it. Another aspect is parking in the evening. We have a pedestrian crossing outside our building, and the zigzags quite frequently have cars parked on them, and the occupants go into the takeaway. And we have pictures of this if you'd like to see them. So that's from a safety point of view, that's not very good. What else? Yeah, I mean, a lot of our guests at 3 o'clock in the morning will definitely be in their rooms trying to sleep. I'm sure you can imagine the kind of scenes you will get at that time of the morning with these mainly drunk people congregating, a lot of loud shouting, and just generally not a very good atmosphere for anybody wishing to stay here. I mean, if I had a family with young children, I certainly wouldn't want to be listening to the goings on outside a kebab shop at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say we don't object to a takeaway as is. I mean, you know, it's great, yeah, takeaway. But that time of the morning, I don't think it's needed. Certainly not for us anyway. And again, I don't see the relevance of bringing these other takeaways into it, as they don't directly affect us. And again, the seating aspect. I mean, not everybody is certainly going to sit down and eat the takeaway inside. I can assure you of that. Now, so that's basically my main objections.
Okay, thank you for that. I'll deal with questions to you after we've heard from Miss Hampshire. Miss Hampshire, do you want to say anything further?
No, it's just the same points, really. Obviously, we live in the same place, so we've got the same concerns. Okay,
thank you. Mr. Jan, do you have any questions to the basically Mr. Gallagher?
Yeah, he said, like, you know, someone parked the car on the zigzag.
Yeah, carry on then.
So it knows his responsibility. I say again, you can stop someone to park the car anywhere. Or other thing, this gentleman is, you know, the next door. He 1.5 year he parked the car on our eBay. The bay.
These are questions. Could we stick to questions? Not.
Yeah, just ask him when you park the car on our front of the shop for last 1.5 year, and landlord, when he start work, why you park the car on front of our shop, like not 1.5 year, because shop was closed that time, and the landlord allow him to park the car. That time he's happy to park the car front of our shop. No, he just got problem. Someone parked the car on any.
Well, Mr. Jan, how is this relevant to the application?
I was going to say, if the previous landlord allowed him to park there, then that is a totally relevance to what we're talking about today.
Yeah, he said to me, like, you know, just tell to the council as well, because if he allow him to the car, because be neighbor.
But he's not parking it on your forecourt at the moment.
Yeah, no, because the time when he start work outside on the front, then he moved the car.
Right. Well,
and someone park the car anywhere. You can't stop even. Is a warden is there? They come, they put the ticket. That's it.
Chair, I'll basically call a halt to the proceedings about parking, because parking isn't an issue that you should take into consideration when you're considering a licensing application.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's that. I think we can draw a line under parking issues, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So do you have any other questions, Mr. Jan?
Yeah, I got I just told you before, I've been very nice with the neighbor all the time. I look after him. I just explain you again.
Sorry, Mr.
Jan,
Jan.
Yes, sir.
Right, this is for questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, if you want to say something as a closing statement, you can do in a few minutes. And that sounds to me like that's what you're wanting to do.
Okay.
Just sort of highlight your points. But if there's anything that you don't agree with, you want to ask Mr. Gallagher or Miss Hampshire about what they've said, this is your opportunity. You don't have to have questions for them, like they didn't have any particular questions for you.
Mm-hmm. I just asked him, he said he got the room on the front. Yeah.
Right.
Because every hotel got the room on the front. Everybody sleep there. If someone is walking on the road, they make the noise.
But what is the
Not
question,
working at
Mr.
3 in the
Jan?
morning though.
What?
But I suppose the question, Chair, is that if you have rooms on the front of Lytham Road, bearing in mind the location, even if you have people who are walking back from wherever, you're going to have noise from people passing if they've been to other takeaways or what have you. I think that's the sort of question he's trying to ask.
If someone is I asked one, if someone is our not customer, it's a drunk people walking, if shop is closed, so what they gonna do?
Mr. Gallagher, do you want to answer that question? I'm not sure if you can.
I really don't understand the question, to be honest.
I think, Mr. Gallagher, it's more to do if you've got a room that faces on the front onto Lytham Road, as you said, that you're going to have already quite a lot of noise coming. Lytham Road isn't quiet. It isn't as isn't a sleepy, and I think that's sort of the question, that there already is quite a lot of noise from people coming and going up and down Lytham Road already. Why do you think why do you think that sort of people going to this takeaway will make that noise intolerable? I think that's the question.
Yeah.
Well, basically, if Mr. Khan's expecting to be full with 40 odd people, I mean, there's going to be an increase in rowdy behaviour. I mean, these people are going to be inebriated. They're hardly going to be on their best behaviour. I mean, there will certainly be an increase in noise. I mean, it's inevitable. How can there not be?
Mr. Jan, do you have any further questions?
Can I ask one question? We got near to the Manchester pub, Getty's bar. Is everybody come from here? Is he making noise? How he going to be stop these people? Because he is more than busy us. Scottish bar, what's this called? Manchester bar is busy than his 100 people is there. They all walking come through the Lytham Road.
I think that's been covered in the answer to the last question, Mr. Jan. I think the question was sort of about people walking up and down Lytham Road. So I think that's probably covered by, I think, obviously the committee panel will take into consideration the fact that there are public houses in the area and people will be walking up and down there already.
Yeah, it's busiest road, is it?
I think that point's been made. Chair, I think that's probably maybe time for questions from yourself or your colleagues.
Right. Do members of the panel have any questions to the objectors? Councillor Hunter?
I'm sorry, no, I wasn't indicating, Chair.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Councillor Sloman, do you have any questions to the objectors?
It was a question for Mr. Jan, but obviously I've missed the boat on that one.
Right, okay then. Right.
Chair, you can, if you administer your own proceedings, if you want to allow Councillor Sloman to ask Mr. Jan a question. There's no reason why that can't happen. We're reasonably good for time. I think we're about to conclude anyhow.
Carry on then, Councillor Sloman, if you want to ask Mr. Jan a supplementary question.
All right.
Been said.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Jan, I've got the plans for the proposed business in front of me, and it's showing that most of the equipment that's going to be used, obviously, to prepare food is on the right-hand side as you go in. Therefore, it's on the adjoining wall to the premises where the objectors live. Can you give me an idea of what sort of noise, the pizza oven and the fryer and then the different equipment that's down that side of the wall is likely to be making?
The fish and chips range on the other side is not on the wall side. The fish and chips range. We got doner kebab machine, 2 of them. He no make any noise. Pizza one, we got the electric one. He no make any noise. That's it.
Do they not have fans or anything?
No.
Okay,
his fan is going on the basement, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, right. If there's no further questions from any of the parties or members of the committee, it's the summing up time. And I think I'm right in saying that the objectors go first. So is there anything that, Mr. Gallagher, you want to say in summing up following everything that's been said so far?
Well, as I say again, no objection to a takeaway per se. It's just the late night, early morning aspect of it when the clientele, as Mr. Jan said, they'll be coming out of Scotty's Bar in Manchester and congregating in and around the takeaway. There's going to be an increase in noise, ride behaviour, litter, wherever Mr. Jan says. People will still throw rubbish on the floor. They do now. Never mind when they're actually standing outside and eating and doing whatever they do. A lot of them probably have alcohol with them. We'll probably end up with bottles and God knows what in our yard. So it's just a late night aspect. We have no objection to a takeaway, obviously.
Okay, thank you. Miss Hampshire, is there anything you wanted to say in summing up?
No, I just echo that again.
Okay, thank you. In that case, Mr. Jan, it's your opportunity to sum up. And I would remind you that that is to sum up on what's been said and not to introduce any new evidence. Okay, so carry on, please.
Me, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, actually, I told you before, we want to good relationship with the neighbor. We look after him. Is any complaint, if he come to direct to me, say to me like this happened, I'm going to sort it out myself. And the other thing, the rubbish, we're going to clear the rubbish from our side on the front. And we're going to put extra bin if you want, I'm going to put extra bin on front of our shop. And the other thing, is if someone put rubbish in his place because it's the walking street, I'm not responsible for that. I can do it. I can put extra bin front of my shop, another one. And so I don't think so. And I no put any music on it. I stop music from beginning. We no got any music. Maybe they're going to make a noise or something. I stop the music. I haven't got any music in the shop as well. If you put any restriction from the music, you can put mostly takeaway there does, but we don't put any music on. We're going to keep our front area, keep tidy. And if someone for example, late night make a noise, we just stop him. Anyway, we already put the sign as well for the noise. And any happen, we're going to stop him. But I know force him, but I'm going to stop him. Even I can't serve the customer if make a noise or something. That's it.
Okay. Right. I think that concludes the hearing for this morning. The committee will go into private session now and come to a decision. All interested parties will be notified within 5 working days of the committee's decision. Okay, so could I ask the applicant and the 2 objectors to leave the meeting now then, please?